gentlemen,
I have made my return. First of all, I just want to apologize for being inactive last week. I think I only uploaded twice, or like 3 times, which is pretty bad for me because I usually upload almost every single day. But I've been super busy, and I'm really sorry, honestly. I've had a cluster of things kind of fuck me over last week, as well as being like super busy. One, my internet was completely garbage. It was horrible, to the point where it was almost literally impossible to use the internet, let alone upload. As well as the fact that I had like 4 birthdays in the span of 7 days, and they all kind of coincided on the weekend. There was like literally 3 birthdays on Saturday and Sundays, so pretty hectic week, but I am back, and basically want to kick off, I guess, this week. I'm going to try and upload as much as I can, so do expect maybe double uploads for the majority of this week, and we're going to start off talking about Kaneki and Touka's wedding. I guess majority of these videos this week are going to be like recaps of what actually happened in the chapter this week for Tokyo Ghoul, because I didn't actually review it. So Kaneki and Touka's wedding, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness, I actually didn't expect a full-blown wedding, like a ceremony and everything. I was pretty impressed, to be honest. It's something, I guess, nice and refreshing for Tokyo Ghoul, seeing Kaneki actually happy and having a positive mindset about a lot of different things. Even though he's in a time of onslaught, he's in a time of desperation. You know, he's really on the back end of this war at the moment between, obviously, himself and Furuta. But this wedding, really important to a lot of different things. First of all, the panel itself, with Kaneki and Touka kind of in like their, I guess, their wedding clothes or whatever you want to call it, just absolutely incredible. All right, when I read the chapter, I got like this, I want to say like Hindu vibe, like India, you know what I mean? Like a wedding ceremony held in India. I'm not sure if anyone else got that vibe. It's probably like very Chinese, Japanesey wedding ceremony, but for some reason I got like this Hindu, you know, Indian vibe from it, just from all like the apparel that they're wearing and all like the little intricate bits and bobs, you know what I mean? So I thought the designs of their clothes at least were phenomenal, and it wasn't just like a pretty standard ceremony. It was massive. It was incredible. So this brings on a lot of different stuff right now, because Kaneki, he's in the midst of kind of making up his mind on what he's going to do, and obviously we got faced with a lot of different stuff over the past couple of weeks surrounding Kaneki's future and the fact that he's slowly dying, and you know, everything's really not just going his way. Thanks to this wedding though, we do have, I guess, a shortened down time frame, which is what I was waiting for. We have Touka's time frame with her child being, I guess, 8 or 9 months in December, and now we have a food supply time frame, I guess, for 6 months. So basically in the next 6 months everything's going to get absolutely super serious. That was kind of like the legitimate time frame I was looking for, as well as the fact that Kaneki's obviously rapidly aging and slowly declining in health. This really puts the pressure on him for what he does next. Now, the ceremony itself is obviously very joyous, a very phenomenal occasion, and seeing Kaneki come this far is actually pretty impressive for such a tragic story. And I know you guys hate me using the word tragic or tragedy or whatever, but for such a sad and depressing story, seeing our main character Kaneki having such a joyous moment in his life, being this wedding, it was actually a really good feeling. I was actually really impressed. I was taken back by it because I actually didn't expect, like I said, to see an actual wedding ceremony. The fact that Kaneki spoke out about it, saying that, you know, I'm marrying Touka and I love her and everything, I was like, wow, like he's really taking the offensive. He's really putting his mind to it at this point. We're starting to see kind of a brighter version of Kaneki, which, as much as I hate to say it, will most likely lead to his downfall. Because as joyous as this ceremony is, as joyous as this wedding is, it's actually a very bad thing as well. And you're probably wondering, oh, how the fuck is this wedding even bad by any means? It's the fact that now Touka plays a very centrifugal role in Kaneki's life, right? And she did before the wedding, don't get me wrong. She always played a massive role to Kaneki and his story, basically. But now that it's publicly known, I guess, to the entirety of his organization and to his group underground, which could potentially harbor even more spies, we don't know yet. Only Ko at the moment. But the fact that everyone knows that Kaneki and Touka are an official thing, this puts a very, very big target over Touka's head. And she already had one to begin with. The fact that, you know, they're obviously keeping the child under wraps, you know, not telling anyone, because that in itself is a very big target. But now, Kaneki has a very, very big weakness. He always had a weakness for, obviously, his friends, and the fact that if his friends ever got taken, he would do whatever he could in his power to get them back. But now, it has just tremendously evolved from that. Enough so it would completely completely turn Kaneki around and force him to most likely do stuff that could potentially disrupt his group or even destroy his group if he's not careful. And that is the fact that if Touka now gets captured, she gets pinched by Furuto, or something happens, Kaneki's going to go above and beyond to get Touka back, most likely putting his group at a disadvantage. That's the only bad thing I can pull from the ceremony, is the fact that it just puts an even bigger target on Touka's head. And the fact that if the word ever got slipped out that Kaneki and Touka are actually married, they're a couple now, to Furuta or anyone else that is trying to oppose Kaneki, it's going to be exploited to the maximum. I wouldn't be surprised if once Furuta sends the Ogai squad down or the onslaught of attack begins, there's going to be a certain group from Furuta's side trying to pinpoint Touka and basically kidnap her, for that purpose of the fact that the wedding ceremony really kind of confirmed their coupling and everything along the sorts. Which leads me to my next video talking about Ko and I guess what he's currently doing, because he's very sly. Kaneki fucked up majorly when it comes to handling Ko, because obviously Ko being a traitor. Now that we've seen what Ko's actually doing, the 6 months time frame is most likely going to be shortened a lot more. Furuta's most likely going to make his move very, very soon, and Kaneki needs to come up with some very good plans to counterattack. Whether they be offensive or defensive, he needs an ultimate plan basically to try and wipe out Furuta at this point, which he does have some small hands elsewhere, which I will do in a future video, most likely tomorrow. So either way, the Kaneki and Touka wedding was absolutely phenomenal. It really does, I guess, show us how far Kaneki has come as a character, how far this story has come, seeing Kaneki and Touka meet for the first time in the original series, Kaneki being such a shy and anxious character to being a leader, being a husband, being almost a father, basically. Like, he's come so far from the story, and it's really great to see. So with that being said, I'm actually going to end the video off here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.